Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. We are now going forward with Hololive, which has been accused, as well as, Nijisanji and other agencies have been accused of pushing their talents too far, making them work too hard, and burning them out. Now, a lot of agencies, because I have, of course, applied for agencies in the past, not recently, but I've applied for agencies in the past regarding, what can be done and all that kind of stuff, and how I can move forward and all that kind of stuff. A lot of them, at least from what I've seen in their initial applications, they're like, can you do at least 3 streams a week or 3 streams a month or whatever it is for a couple of hours? Basically, they're asking at least 3 to 5 hours a week, maybe, if you can do that, because they want someone that's actually going to be putting in work, that's going to actually be putting in, content to grow, because if you don't do content, you're not going to grow. If you do like an hour of content a month, you're not going to grow, and you're not going to get them the return on investment that it takes for, things that they do. This quota is a bit different though, like in the sense that what they've been accused of doing is that they are required to work 40 hours a week or something like that. And this is what Mio is saying. Someone asked about quota. What quota are we talking about? Hololive doesn't have any streaming quotas, by the way. Some people might look at the other members' numbers, views, CCV, sub counts, and they might get anxious on their own. But the company never says anything about it. I think that part is pretty flexible. I've never been told things like, let's reach this number, or let's aim for this figure. I mean, I might have personal goals, things I want to do or accomplish. I don't want to cause any misunderstandings, but quotas are probably different from goals. So yeah, the whole thing is, the goals that she's talking about, the quotas that she's talking about, is like, you have to reach 1K CCV by this date. You have to have, 50,000 views on your next cover. You have to have 50,000 views, total views, for your streams from now on. You have to, do this or that to reach those type of things. That is not a thing that happens in Hololive, at least from what all other members have been saying. Matsuri a while back said the same thing. She said, there's no real quotas. Heck, there's some people who work maybe, like, there's freaking Gura, who has been off and on for a very long time. Do you think that if there were quotas on, like, you need to do this amount, you absolutely need to do that, that Gura would still be there? There is a lot of leeway, especially, of course, you could say Gura's one of the top ones, that's why she gets leeway. But no, you have Kiara, you have other members of EN who sometimes will go and have a hiatus for a while. And they're not feeling well mentally or whatever. And they'll have their little hiatus. They'll have the things that they're doing. And that is good. Of course, if you sign up for something, a lot of things from what Matsuri said before and what Mio says as well, a lot of these things are voluntary, in the sense of a lot of the big projects are voluntary. They're like, hey, this big project has come up. Do you want to be a part of it? Unless it's like Suisei, where sometimes you get, or even Gura in some cases, you'll get people wanting to have a collab with them, and then Hololive will be like, look, they asked specifically for you, can you do this? And then a lot of times you'll be like, yes, because that's an opportunity, and it also keeps the connection between you and a different agency or whatever, the professional connections, strong, which is what you need in the industry. But overall, it's not like, hey, you didn't, it's not like you didn't hit 50K in your last video, you didn't hit 50K in your last cover, we need to fix this. It's not that type of stuff. It's like, oh, is there anything we can help you with in order to make sure that you're more comfortable? At least on Hololive's side, that's what I've heard. 2025 looks like it's going to be the year for Nijisanji EN. Whether you like it or not, it seems like at the very least, their newest generation of Zeal, Calyx, Friador, and Sable have been successful. They are recently in, like less than a month in, and they are already, all of them except for Zeal, have reached 100K. I believe it's because Zeal doesn't do so much of the Japanese streaming, if I'm not mistaken, and Sable, Friador, and Calyx do a lot of Japanese as well in their streams, from what I've heard. Again, the reason why, in my opinion, this is doing much, much better than, let's say, TTT or Denoth, is several different reasons. One of them is the Denoth happened right during the worst part of the Selen disaster that happened for Nijisanji. Then you have the TTT thing, which basically they never got a actual official name for their gen. They never really got a lot of support, a lot of big music stuff, a lot of that type of stuff. And also, it was a mixed generation. Mixed generations, while they are something very common inside of Nijisanji, they don't do extremely well. The mixed gens don't do very well. Also, you had, I believe, the Noth was a little bit more mature in some of the ways that their things looked. Same thing with TTT. The styling was very different, and it didn't hit the cutesy art style for the women as much. And that hurts. That hurt their whole thing. Another thing that hurt the Noth, well, the one person that could have done well in the Noth was Twisty, because she had that cute look. You know, she had a very cute look with the hair, her hairstyle, all that kind of stuff. The more larger eyes, that type of thing. What hurt her in the end was she started making, you know, incest jokes and things like that. And it came to making maybe other people seemingly uncomfortable, or at least if you're around their Oshi and saying those things, you make the community uncomfortable. Then you start getting negative connotations with you and things like that. But it looks like Zeal, Calyx, Feodor, and Sable, they all have kind of that Ikemen style of like the more attractive man style, and they are hitting the Fujoshi bait stuff. They are heavily attractive to the female viewers, as can be seen by the numbers that they're getting. They usually have over 1k CCV easily. So the thing is also, as you have to remember, Nijisanji, especially Nijisanji EN, has a large female fan base. So this is what happens when they cater directly to their female fan base. They give them enough support, because these people are getting a lot more support than any of the gens before them, than any of the last two gens before them. They're getting a lot of support. They're pushing the whole Fujoshi thing. They're pushing the whole being more oriented towards the female fans thing. And that is, of course, one of the things that gets them a lot more attention. It remains to be seen if they're going to start speeding and accelerating things after this. But right now, they are doing much better than any generation in recent memory before them in Nijisanji EN. You know you've made it big when people can take your look in Roblox. You have the how to be a Suisei person in Roblox here, which is you can take her look. Stellar Beret, 105 Robux. Stellar Ribbon, 105 Robux. Stellar Hair, 75 Robux. Black Lace Black Ribbon, 145 Robux. Stellar Eyes, 105 Robux. And Hoshimachi Suisei, 10 Robux, 5 Robux for each. So in total, you're spending maybe around 600 to 700 Robux, which is, I think 100 Robux is a buck. I'm not sure. Is relatively to that, so it's like $7 and you can pretty much be her. So that is nice. It's a bit of a meme at this point with the sweet posting in Suisei posting in Roblox. They've done dances and stuff like that. So I just wanted to show you this little other thing that popped up here that people actually went insane and actually made something in Roblox for her. Kaneko Lumi of PhaseConnect, your lucky star, has recently had their outfit debut on March 22nd, so this past weekend. And why am I talking about this? Because, of course, I do like showing these types of things. Here's a lot of the stuff that she's been doing. Here's her channel, and let's take a look at her new look. It is very, very nice. This is just her without the plush there. There's here with the plush, and of course the full look with you know, just that is Twitch. It's still allowed on Twitch because it has, you know, the hips covered and things like that. She also has the one with the full outfit here, dress and everything. The close-up, the more, you know, the eye mask, that type of stuff. So she has buns. She has the new buns and the short hair, of course. So a different look there. I do like showing these off because it is very, very well made. I guess. Look, I just don't like being tied down. Okay? That's just how I've always been. Something like, is that how I look? Like, did you just look at my face and think, ah, yeah, this bitch would love a matcha? So, yeah, that's just Lumi being Lumi right there. But it is very nice to see her get a new look. It's always good to see some revamp, some new outfits, things like that. So, because when you're a large VTuber like that, it can get stale to have the same thing. Me, for example, I've had the same thing for over a year now. I don't have the money to make new outfits. I don't have the money to make new that kind of stuff or any kind of support that way. So that's why I keep it that way. But when you're in an agency and you don't get new outfits and you don't get new things, that's usually a bad sign. Thank you everyone who came to the official bluemi Angel Me debut. It's been a long time coming, but I'm so happy with how everything turned out. Please find attached my full ref sheet, including back view and details. And of course, a correction she had to do. Outfit rigging improvement credits go to the lovely Doresia VT and Renee Reed VT. So she kind of had a little bit of mess up there. That's fine. That happens. And here's the full look of the different styles, the pantaloons and everything else, the different hairstyles, the different, the actual, I guess, corona there, all the little things, the shoes, every little part. It's a really good reference sheet. That is a very, very detailed reference sheet. So that is very, very good, of course. And going further, just to take a look at the very, very last part, there's also a lore video that you can take a look at if you so please. And of course, I will put it out here for you. We won't be watching all of it. Like Summoning the Dead Lumi Angel debut video. It's on Lumi's channel. That's the one that you would want to see. And of course, it has, you know, some 3D stuff, some different versions of her. And of course, these are the versions that you may already know, things like that. So we won't go over all of it because it's another 3 minutes there. But you can take a look at it on the channel, and this is the name of it if you want to search it on YouTube. I had mentioned in a previous video how StelLive was going to be having their VTubers individually have a 3D soon. They had been pushing it primarily through Naver or whatever it is, which is, I believe, a South Korea only type of thing. It's kind of like BiiBiku, but for South Korea. From what I understand, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I was able to gather, that's what it was. They have millions of viewers, millions of followers in that specific one. That's why they were doing it there. Now, they also, each of them have a VTuber side on YouTube. It says 3D debut dates of second generation StelLive universe is approaching. They're going to be doing Tabi as well as Kaneko Mashiro. And the next ones that they were doing were, of course, Shirayuki Hina and Akane Rize. And I have each and every one of them on their YouTube side here for you guys to all see. And I did that. I wanted to wait until all of them were done and to see if they had anything on the YouTube side because, of course, a lot of us here, especially if you're watching me, prefer YouTube or, you know, one platform over another, and they will not go to the independent platform of Naver or whatever to go and watch them. Let's take a look at what they have here. This is their 3D. Ooh, very cute. Good tracking, like full body tracking. It's actually pretty good. She's doing like a board game where punishments, I guess, are in each thing. So there she had to do some squats. And there it goes.
하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 셋. 아니야. 드디어 처음 안 하셨잖아요.
So yeah, she did a lot of that. We're gonna go a little bit shorter on each and every one. Just want you to see how each one of them are. This is her design. Kind of like a cat design. Very cute. Gray-haired cat. Very, very cute. With red highlights. She's tired because she was dancing. She's tired because she was moving a lot. Kind of like a tic-tac-toe thing there. Of course, they are Korean language only. That's why probably a lot of you guys don't know about them. But they are in the VTuber sphere, so I did want to talk about them a bit. And let's continue going on. They had some call-ins as well. Let's see the next one. This one. Again, call-ins. That looks like a high school character. Like a sword drawing thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, she had a call in from other people. But that is I just want to show you their outfits a bit and what they were doing. They are very popular in Korea. So, of course, it's still good. I mean, StelLive StelLive is not like, you know, as big as Nijisanji or Hololive, but I'm pretty sure in South Korea it seems like they're pretty big as they are there. Let's take a look at their last one. This is Akane Lise.
무릎 빠개질지도. 그때 어디서 노란색이라
Again, Twister.
노란색으로 바꿔.
They're all doing different kind of games. One was tic-tac-toe, one was like Twister, the other one was just like a kind of a roll the dice type of game. Very nice. Let's take a look. Oh, those are hard exercises to do. Those tire you out a lot.
괜찮은가요? 너무
So they had a lot of punishments and things like that. So of course that is amazing to see. And this was all done earlier in the day that I was recording this, which they finished on the 23rd, honestly, but they were put up on their individual channels much later than that, because it was on that Nazar one first, and then it went into their individual YouTube channels, because they still have over 200K on almost all of them. So let's I wanted to take a look for you guys and make sure that all of this was at least out there. And I'm very glad that, again, an agency is doing right by their talents, giving them 3Ds, giving them something creative to do. Vestia Zeta recently celebrated, I believe, an anniversary with Hololive. Correct me if I'm wrong on that end. But I do know they celebrated some things. And one of the things that came about from all of that was a new costume reveal. Let's take a look at it. Of course, I love, like I've always said, and I've always told you guys, I absolutely love when they do costume reveals, when they give costumes to the talents, because new outfits, etc. Because that brings in a new kind of feel to the content. The content is always amazing, but it brings a new feel, a new side that they can add to themselves. And with this one, we have their new content here.
Book to record details and a pen with a flashlight and a sharp.
And of course,
I was like, what's an
as always, they have people depict what outfit they would wear, what outfit it would be, because of course, they're always having this. This is a way for the community, at least the fans in the community that can draw, or maybe like myself that can just do stick figure type stuff, to be able to be a part of this whole event. You have some really, really, really well, done and nicely drawn stuff. My stuff would be a stick figure. There's also cute little things here. People spend a good amount of time doing all of this. And of course, it is very, very cute to see this all up right there. That looks like a secret agent woman type of thing. Then you just have her in a cat in a coat and like a kunoichi cat. And then you have, just underwear, a cowboy hat, and cowboy boots. So all of this is just wonderful to see. Of course, all the people who have been able to add their own little thing to it. And of course, we go to the actual part where you have her showing everything.
Short, even though we all know who the short one is. Yanga! Yopi
Oh, Yofi showed up in there. Looks like Yofi showed up in there. Another member of Hololive ID. Let's take a look.
Calling me short, even though we all know who the short one is. Yanga! Yopi
Oh, maybe she didn't show up. It was actually probably just a comment on the whole thing. But let's continue.
Sorry, vibing with the
She's in
music
tights.
is good.
She got nylons on.
Secretary, you think it looks like a...
Very much a secretary look.
Neko Mimi is better. You haven't even seen the hair. What do you mean, Neko Mimi? I like the texture, right?
The texture was done really,
tie
really
to go
well.
with it.
The shading was done well. The hair shading on, like the getting shadows on the actual stuff there. Very, very nice in my opinion. The pin, the Neko pin, looks like. Ah, the ponytail and the ribbon. Very, very cute.
I look up. No, you might. I guess I feel like you guys might like this one though. Ready? Okay.
Oh, that is very cute. Kind of in a Neko. The buns
too.
look like Neko ears. Very cute.
This one's cute.
I think it's very cute. She's got a catfish as a
It's a long
phone.
story of why this fish came to be, but it's a long story. Okay, it's a long story. But this is probably what a lot of you might want to see. So kalian kan sering bercanda gitu lele. Like I just I feel like people are gonna make memes of me, like, you know those ID cards.
Oh yeah,
I'm
probably
gonna-
something like that.
Oh,
But it's
fuck,
also
I'm
like you can see everything else you're
this
doing,
is like a
the
small
looks of
preview.
everything there.
Mushroom to go.
A
Not
lot
out
of
yet.
very. It's just gonna be very cute. She has her
minute,
song
2
cover
minutes?
out. She has a bunch of other things out. Of course, just wanted to show you a little bit of what Vestia Zeta had to offer and what they did for her, because this is amazing to see it getting done again and again and again for the VTubers, whether they are Holo Stars or Hololive. I'm glad that they get to see this. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to show up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, all different things from BiiBiku to different languages to everything in between, because I want it to be a positive space where we don't hurt each other. Instead, we try to build each other up. Done over 500 of these, so I want to continue doing them more. B, or in this case, BiiBiku, is a VTuber, a multi-model shapeshifter VTuber. Let's take a look at what they have done. This is their Twitch side, and they are nom-nomming. And let's take a look at their most recent stuff.
Yeah.
Can you be my buddy, please? I suck at doors and I don't want to get stuck.
Yeah, as long as I can finish this download.
Mori.
Okay, I am here. Oh,
Oh my. Okay. We both
He was-
know what happened.
he was gonna be my buddy. He was gonna be my buddy, Kevin.
Wait. Hold on. I didn't kill this.
What is this?
Oh.
It was Kevin.
It was Kevin. Oh, God.
Babby walked up to me, and they were like, "Can you be my buddy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Just give me a second so I can finish my download. And then Kevin comes in and bonks him, and I come out and it's just Kevin in front of a dead body, and I'm like,
Well, that makes it easy. Unless the guy was just like, let me frame this guy, end him, and then leave, and Kevin just shows up. You never know. It's always Kevin's fault, though. No matter what, it's always Kevin's fault. But that's always great to see. It's great to see that they are having a fun time with Among Us. Of course, Among Us has gotten a lot of updates, so have other team games like this, fun games like this. So, of course, thank you so much for BiiBiku TV, for our VT in this case, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.